say that the Court of Owls is one of the coolest things to come out of the New 52 so far. And so seeing Scott Snyder and James Tynion IV plot a spin-off, very excited Sonya here.
Absolutely. I mean, having an elite syndicate who've been running things in Gotham behind the scenes, that's already cool. But then you layer on a group of undead assassins, and that's an awesome setup.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously the Owls are popping up in the regular Bat titles, but I think they deserve more focus, and that is where Talon comes in.
Volume 1 of Talon, Scourge of the Owls, which is scripted by Tynion, introduces us to the one man who escaped from the court, Calvin Rose. Unlike the other Talons, which mainly come from acrobatic backgrounds, Calvin has a very specialised talent. He is an escape artist.
Yeah, which kind of makes you wonder why they never realised he was going to leg it.
Ah, see, because owls are far-sighted, so they can't see what's happening under their
Right,
noses.
because they're all kind of squirrel. Luckily, he did his disappearing act before he underwent death and resurrection at the hands of the court. But unluckily, this does mean that he's at a slight disadvantage when he starts facing off with Talons who can't be killed and can only be incapacitated by extreme cold.
Although this volume traces the first arc of Calvin's return to Gotham after years running from the court, it feels like it's set up for a much larger story, but that's not to say that it's uneventful.
Oh, by no means. There's pretty much wall-to-wall action, along with a passel of new characters, my favourite of which being the Butcher of Gotham, a Talon that the court put into cold storage during the 1860s because he was too psychotically uncontrollable. That guy is nightmare material.
And Guillaume March does justice to him on the artwork. He looks truly terrifying. In fact, the art is quite good overall. Now, I haven't always liked March's artwork, especially his stint on Catwoman, but there are some great moments in this volume.
Absolutely. I think sometimes some of the faces do get a little bit distorted, but I think there's good framing. I think the lines of the bodies as they fly through the air, which there's a lot of.
There's a lot of that.
That looks great, so I'm going to give this one a buy.
Yeah, this first volume gives a whole new angle on Gotham, and I am giving it a buy as well. It's so much fun to read, and I hope that the series does continue because Volume 1 ends on a killer cliffhanger.